Secrets. Trust. Worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret. Warrior's Trust. And Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
The city of prosperity. Riches for some. But for the masses, scraping by is all they can do. Meet Bitna. It's a hard life with an even harder reality. Living in the roughest part of town, it looks impossible to make it big. But maybe she will find it in a simple dress. The Radiant Sight, a new romance story by Martin Fisher.
The original intention of the film was just for my personal use, but I thought with it being such a unique thing that I'd like to offer it to anybody who wants to see it. On the first visit, Jack took us into his another room, a separate room, and there were these brown parcels full of artwork piled up, and he said to me, "You draw like I do, we were in the studio for 5 hours, you know. It was fantastic. And there's this, he's got this desk, and everything he's ever drawn has come from this desk. And then I would just go with the flow, and that's what this film is about. It's just a unique film of him.
He says, I beat you. He says, they say we came in under the dead heat. He says, that's not true because I beat you. And the American said, well, he says, if you like to think so, he says, but I know the real story. He says, I know I clearly won that one. Well, Joe is 6'3", and I was a run, say, from the Lower East Side. And being Joe's partner was an advantage to me because Joe was believable, you know. They would talk to Joe, and the Goodman brothers would get to know him. Martin Goodman owned Marvel at that time. He went to his mother and he says, look, Jackie got a job drawing. He says, they're paying him for it, they're paying him money for drawing. He says, suppose I go with Jackie. He says, and he says, they'll pay me money. He says, I'll draw and they'll pay me money. He said, I'll give the money to you, which we did. We gave it all to our mothers. They called me from Nassau. You know, I lived in Long Island. And they say, would you like to come down and draw these guys in training? I swear, this is not a story. And I said, yes, of course, I'd love to come down.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Nothing unusual about a 4 a.m. call to a back alley in downtown Quinton. A young woman lying pristine and unmarked on the cold, hard ground. I get to work quickly, but there's not much to go on here. No marks of any kind, no signs of struggle, just a dead Vic in the middle of an alley. And then there's that. Dead body in a dumpster that looks like a grizzly bear has crawled its way out of his stomach.
Hey yo, what's happening? Yeah, I'm hiding behind that thing. I'm here. And geez, I ain't got a background up or anything. All the new graphics, I forget to load them. How you doing? It's Monday. It's 4 p.m. It's me. It's the Richness.
What?
I said it's me. It's the Richness.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, fine. Yeah. I'm looking for something.
You're doing what?
I'm looking for something.
Oh, he's looking for something. Well, so am I.
Yeah, you gotta give me a minute on that one.
I'm
trying to find some shit, man.
Backstage. And
I'm trying to find some shit.
Well, I hope it's not the shit, that. Oh, just never mind. How you doing, Duty? I mean, Sam.
What's up? You guys
wow, that's messed up. I didn't lead with that one with you, man. That's on Pops. Holy shit, man. God, everyone's like talking about, oh my God, Rich, you're so inappropriate. And then all of a sudden this guy says something and it blows anything I say away. I'm like, what the hell, man?
I wasn't anything about what you said, Rich. I just said hi.
One second.
And you went, what?
Well, I was distracted. It's very easy to distract. Wait, what? Oh, all right. Yeah.
Yes,
hey, man, how you doing?
Good. What's up, guys?
Excellent.
We're both very easily distracted. My hopes up.
Oh yeah. Fuck. I'm trying to figure something out. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Excellent.
You went through the first one damn fast, Sam. I'm just saying. Good job, man. You're on number 2.
Yeah, number 3's in what?
Like how I said that, you're on number 2. We're gonna make poop jokes the whole time you're here, dude.
yeah. That's with 2.5 days away from the end of the campaign. Yeah.
Nicely done, man.
And we had Sam scheduled for the show during the power outage, and we had, we had, for some reason or other, I can't remember when I had to call it. When I had to not make it to Monday Madness a couple weeks ago, we had Sam cast on the show. We had to reschedule. I was like, we definitely got to get you out here before it's over. And then we had the power outage. It's been like one thing after another over here, man. We still have a connectivity issue. Wow. You'll notice about every, 12 to 15 minutes, I'll freeze for about 10 seconds.
Wow.
Don't worry, I'll still be here. But
I have to get a generator because of that.
Well, see, they the power was out. I mean, there was a big storm. It took shit. We didn't have power for 3 days. But when the power company come out and handled their business, but Comcast ain't come out and handled theirs.
Oh yeah, forget about that.
You see what I'm saying? It's like I never had any kind of issues like this before, and now it's like always, and it's worse playing video games, man. You fight all your way down into a dungeon, you're whooping on the boss, and then and the boss goes, well, you're froze, right? You come back laying on the ground.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
They have rolling power out where they actually purposely shutting it off for an hour at a time out here in Texas. So because of that, I had to go and get a generator and have a generator installed because of that.
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
You guys aren't in California. What happened?
Huh?
You guys aren't in California. What happened?
Remember that time where the power grid went out in Texas
in the winter, because it froze.
And because the population has increased significantly, they got more people than they're able to increase I don't understand how you build homes and you're attracting more people who will buy into homes, but the power grid is not able to support.
You're not going to upgrade the water treatment or the power grid on the neighborhoods you're building. Real nice, Flint, Michigan. No, you know what I'm saying, man. It's like they want to progress, but they don't know how to progress, or they cut every corner possible to make. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
crazy. How you feeling, Rich? Rich caught the bid, man.
Yeah. It got you.
Yeah.
Finally.
A couple days ago.
Finally caught up. Yeah, it got me in Vegas, so I understand.
It sucks ass, man. I I don't know when to stop. And I know my body is really going to be hurting after a couple of more days, I think, because
Rich is powering through it, man. He's like,
yeah,
I'm just powering through it.
yeah. It's like, COVID's for pussies. And I'm like, wait, I am a pussy. What the fuck? Because I just pussified myself and shit.
Oh, I did rest. I did stay in bed for 2 days. Because I just couldn't, no matter what, my body would just not allow me to move. And I was like, I'm staying in bed. And I took everything. What is it? What do you call it? Ginger to the oregano oil to, everything. I was just I was just like, whatever. And then what lingered for a long time was the challenge in my breathing. That lingered for a little bit. Congestion. That stood a lot longer than I anticipated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not easy. It's for the first time since I had bronchitis about 15 years ago, I'm having issues breathing. Yeah. I could feel it in my lungs. Like it's not terrifying, but it's raspy enough.
Yes.
It's like I could feel the breathing going back and forth in my lungs. And I even though I know I want to take care of stuff tomorrow, I think really it's just going to be a day for me to just literally just Netflix and chill, but by myself with no chick blowing and shit while that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
What I mean?
Yeah, I know.
A lot of tea, lots of tea.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. A lot of V, because if the girl was here, she'd get the D. Yay!
Oh damn it! Was it Dice Clay now?
Oh, Rich is. He challenges himself weekly to make me put up the disclaimer. He does.
Yeah, I'm a very inappropriate man, but and because of the way that I'm feeling now, I'm really loopy in the brain at this point.
You don't care anyway, so it's like
it doesn't matter. I could be sober as a bird, sober as a stone, and then it's like I'll still say the same shit, Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. It's like he has no filter. You just added, you just added no filter to don't care. It's like you already didn't care. Now you just like
I care about a lot of things. Where am I gonna get my next fucking pizza? That's what I'm really most concerned about at this moment. All right. Anyway,
let's handle this right here.
Please, let's handle this. I remember this one. Hey, you funded.
This is part 2, bro. It's the second one.
Yes.
Wow. Forgive me. So sorry about that, man.
He was doing the first one. This is the second.
Excellent. So sorry for yawning.
It's okay. You're in the UK. It's 5 hours ahead of us. We give you.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock in the evening.
And you're sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not missing it. Besides, I have I'm gonna reveal to the universe my campaign after this. But I'm really, really pleased that you got the second campaign taken care of, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Very welcome, sir. Very welcome.
Now. Yeah. How much did you branch out? Did you include new people in this one, or is it the same crew? What's up?
George did the lettering. Barbara Soroji did the coloring. The next issue's on. I'm doing all the coloring work. So this is the last issue that Barbara did the coloring for.
Okay.
And so George does the lettering on the books, but everything else I do.
So previously, we remember Low Duty crashed here.
Yes, yeah, Mr. Dudarius.
Tell everybody a little bit about Lil Duty.
Yes, he crashed an issue 1, and he encountered some wolves, a woodpecker, and a bear, and a turtle. In this issue number 2, he is trying to find refuge and evade the creatures in the wooded area, and he encounters some red ants, and because of that, he envisions the ants as being ninja, and he becomes a samurai. So that's his way. His imagination is his way of defeating his foe. So you'll start seeing. So if you see like Duty, I have Duty in a lot of different costumes. It's because his imagination. He envisions himself as superior characters when he. But in reality, he's always getting whooped.
That's awesome, man. I love this art. Look at how crazy this is. I see red people.
Yeah, that's because
there's an alien in my toilet. His name is Duty. Oh man, I love the way you ran down the first one. The way you
Dudius Maximus. Oh my God.
The pitch lines were amazing for book 1. What did you come up with new for book 2?
Well, book 2 is I See Red People, which is based on the ants. So every issue has a tagline, so you'll see. You have Duty with the giant ant there. Then he's being swallowed up by ants and being attacked by a bunch of ants there. And then I did an homage to the Wolverine 1983 edition cover. That homage cover.
Really? Which one?
Right there.
With that one?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That looks so dope.
Thanks. And
that's awesome.
Yes, because he envisions them as ninja, so he does battle with them.
Oh man, that's such good shit, man. I love the independent market because you have stuff like this, and it's just so awesome that it's like you can tell any type of story, and this is just the very first one that I've ever seen that was insect centric or toilet centric in any way. It's just really awesome, man.
Thanks.
This is so cool. This is your art too, right, man?
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, I dig it, man. You have a really good cartoony style there, sir, and I like your storytelling. It's really good.
Duty will not fall to you, inferior ninja.
Oh my God. Man, this is great for the 10-year-old demographic, honestly.
Yeah,
and for me too, and I'm a little bit older than fucking 100. So,
it's interesting because there's a retailer is Pop Mary Pop Culture Place. She's backed both campaigns for her store, and she basically posted on the internet that she recommends it to all the families that come in for their kids, because she loves it. So because then every book has activities, puzzles, word scramble, how to draw Duty. What's different in this campaign than the first is that there's an official full 24-page activity book in this campaign. Plus, there's Duty's Adventures, which is the children's book version, where Duty is as a kid growing up on the planet Uranus, where he's being bullied in school. And so he imagines himself being a superhero, and the bully becomes a villain called the diabolical egomaniac overlord nemesis Poo Poo. And so he has to do battle with him.
I'm done. I quit. This is too freaking good. Oh man. I love it. Holy crap, man. That's the dopest ever. Holy fuck.
Thanks.
Man.
There's the for second volume trading cards, which is going to be part of the gameplay that's also in this campaign. And I also partnered with the comic book school for kids, comic book for kids. Last campaign, I sent them 25 books.
Nice.
That's very nice of you to do that.
And this campaign so far, we're at 24 books that are going to them.
Excellent.
Yeah, so there's a tier that you can add on, and the books go directly to them. And the president, Mark Weiss, I think that's the name. He sent me an email saying how much he loved reading it. He actually did the puzzles and the activities. He had so much fun, and he can't wait to give to the kids in the hospital.
I love it. I'm one of their sponsors. I'm one of the comic book sponsors. We love those guys. Mark's a friend of mine. So anybody doing anything with comic books for kids wants to know how to get in touch with Mark or wants to do something, add a tier, whatever, to your campaign for comic books for kids, let me know. And if your thing's a little more adult, you can't do kids, they got a comic books for troops as well. So
nice. Just
saying, we can hook everybody up and make it so that you can, do a little bit of feel good work.
What's up, Jerry?
Yeah, man, that's some really great stuff that you're doing for the kids, dude. That's really awesome.
You know, when I was a kid, my brother, he was born with a defective liver, and he spent most of his childhood in a hospital trying to get a donor to get liver transplant. And when I would go visit him, he would have all these things that were donated from charity, these toys and art books. And that's how I started drawing, because I saw him draw 3 monkeys in a barrel. And so when Alan told me about comic books for kids on the first campaign, I jumped at the chance because it just reminded me of my brother and how he was a benefactor of charity. And so I was like, oh, this is a great way to give back and to kids who, you know, will give it a raw deal and put some smiles on their faces.
That's really wonderful. It's really great. Man, there's not that many artists who do that. There aren't that many artists or podcasters who do that. It's really honorable of you to do.
Yeah, I'm a kid in my whole body. I've never grown up, so. And I understand the value of laughter and imagination and exploration, because sometimes the only outlet you have is your mind. You know,
I do.
You know, that's a form of escapism from the realities of what you're facing with. And so if a kid in a hospital can read the book and it sparks their creativity and they start drawing, or they start, researching science and asking more questions, it's the best thing that you can get.
That's great, dude. That's just amazing.
Good stuff.
It really is. Yeah, so what else can you tell us about the now that you reached your goal? I'm thinking you have stretch goals. What's up?
No, we are $45 away from the first stretch goal. So
okay. What's the first one?
The first one is a digital wallpaper because it was the smallest stretch goal. But if we got to anybody who backed the first campaign who comes back to this campaign on a physical level, will get a magnet for free of Duty, Super Duty, and digital backers will get a digital version. If we get to 75 backers in 33 days, God willing, that premium card right there in front. So it's either 3K or 75 backers, whichever comes first. Everyone will get this. It's only a Kickstarter exclusive. It's not going to be available anywhere outside of Kickstarter. It's that Pilgrim Duty in the purple. And if we get to 100 backers, everybody gets the print. So there's things that are available. If you're watching this campaign and you pledge on a physical level, you'll get the magnet for free. All you have to, it'll pop up and I'll know. And if you're a digital backer, you'll get a digital download.
Nicely done. Wow, dude, that's awesome.
$5 for the digital, $10 for both digital, 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And pledge $10 or more and get your physical copy of There's an Alien in My Toilet, #2. And I still think your pitch for the first book was one of the best pitches I've heard since I started doing this.
Well, it's the first time everybody's heard it. So I think the now that the series has started, you'll find there's a lot more characters involved. I'm actually almost finished coloring issue 3. And because I'm recoloring everything and I'm redrawing a lot of the pages, original pages. And so you'll get introduced, like in issue 3. In this issue, you'll learn about this. You'll get to see the father and son. You'll get to see an agency that's after duty. Learn about that. And in the 3rd issue, you'll meet the Herman the Chihuahua, who thinks duties are talking jalapeno. It just goes on. So there's a lot of supporting characters that'll be introduced very soon.
It all looks good, dude.
Thank you.
Trading card set, Duty's World, got a power card. Some quotes, and then you got some of this. This is from issue 1 for those people who didn't know about Duty's crash land here.
Right.
You got to catch up. If you're new to this, you have to get #1 because, like I said, that the way they presented that book to us when they came out here the first time was amazing. There's your refrigerator magnet.
Yeah, so
Yay.
this basically, if you back the first campaign physically, you'll get this. You don't even have to add it on. You'll automatically get it in your reward tier. If you're watching this campaign and if you're watching this episode, you'll get this if you pledge during the live stream, and then there's a digital download for digital backers as well.
Cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool add-ons. There's the shirts. There's I think 3 different style shirts in this campaign. Graphics. There's a lot of prints. There's some of those other stuff that I've published before available on this campaign. There's a sketch cover. Basically, if anybody's been watching my live draw streams, basically I put Duty in a lot of different costumes. Today I did him as Gotcha Man G-Force character. Battle of the Planets, and yesterday I did him as Batman. So you can get a commissioned sketch cover as Duty as any one of your favorite characters. I will just make Duty loves to dress up. He's the ultimate cosplayer because of his imagination. So there's a lot of perks in this campaign.
Cool. The Super Duty print, the
Yes.
Duty Adventures book. Look, Rich, the Duty Adventures book.
Oh man.
Isn't easy for the son of the Emperor.
Would you like me to read it in my British accent?
You do that. Go ahead.
Okay, I shall. Growing up in Uranus isn't easy for the son of the Emperor. Duty must deal with school bullies in order to stop the oversized menace. Duty must become Super Duty and battle with the egomaniac overlord Nemesis Poo Poo. 44 pages in full color.
Mandy in the curfew.
Little Mandy Pandy decides to ignore her curfew and watch a scary movie on TV. Oh wait, I'm gonna do it in my fucking Jason Statham voice. Here we go. Oh, oi, you cunts! Little Mandy Pandy decides to ignore her curfew and watch a scary movie on bloody TV.
Yeah,
No nightmare transports Mandy. What?
It's getting worse. It's happening like every 5 minutes now. It's getting worse.
Oh, all right. Then I'm not going to read it. I suck at this.
No, I'm talking about my connection. It's like I'm getting.
Oh, all right. Well, all right. Then I'm not worried about you. Okay. I'm little Mandy Panda decides to ignore her curfew and watch a scary movie on TV. A nightmare transports Mandy and her friends Bunny and Bear into a scary castle where they have to run from a witch, goblins, and ghosts. Will Mandy Pandy learn a lesson about the importance of a curfew? Story by Sam Vera, art by Hero.
Yeah.
40 pages of full color.
Yes.
It's Morgan Freeman, if you know anything. It's my Morgan Freeman shit. That's my Morgan Freeman jam.
There you go.
All right, Rich. What else we got?
I don't know. You got to scroll up. I'm not doing anything here. I'm just looking at stuff.
The scary
airy. I like that.
Yeah, so Mandy Benny based on my niece and her imagination, and Scary Airy was based on my other niece.
Aw. How old's your niece?
Well, now they're older, but when I wrote Mandy Penny, Scary Airy, they were kids.
Aw. Dude.
All right. And Cosmic Gore?
The Adventures of Cosmic Gorf. Gorf is the first character I ever created, and he was in the comic book that I first published, which was called Cosmic Wars. And Duty actually makes a cameo in this book of the Adventures of Cosmic Gorf because they're all going to school. They're on a school bus, and they decided to cut school, and they end up on this planet where now they have to evade nebuloids, these monsters that are trying to eat them. And so they learned a valuable lesson about cutting school.
I gotta ask you a question, man. When you finish publishing all this stuff, are you gonna? This is like children's young adult stuff. You know, this is really good stuff. I mean, and it's comic booky, of course, but this is like one of those young adult graphic novels that like are a different format size from a comic book. I mean, if you have if there's gonna be like a series of more interconnecting stories as the issues go, would you consider getting a third-party printer and distributor to see if you can have this, published and printed en masse, in the United States and beyond? I mean, because this is like a lot of this reminds me of some of the European comics and all that other lovely jazz. It's like very fantasy based, very, very exaggerated figures and storytelling. This is right up that alley, sir. It really is.
Yes. Well, Duty's going to be my first project that I'm actually going to do, print on demand distributor that distributes to the big stores, as well as the comic stores like the Walmarts and the Targets and the Barnes and Nobles.
Okay.
So the graphic novel at the end of the year will be the first one that I do it on my own through our print on demand distributor. So and then eventually, hopefully, the kids' books will follow. But I'm starting with Duty.
Excellent, man. Excellent. Forgive me for coughing on a consistent basis, man. I apologize.
No problem. I went through it.
Yeah. It's not pleasant.
No.
Ooh, a little Duty t-shirt. Oh, my God.
So the little Duty there's a little Duty in all of us. And that one is Duty time.
Until we push. So.
And that's the 160-page graphic novel Forbidden that I wrote.
Yay.
It's in black and white, completely done. There's commissioned sketch covers, and there's the official flagship shirt, which was very popular at the expo.
How'd you do down there?
I killed it. I was surprised. I didn't think I would because I forgot the name of the writer. He writes for Marvel and DC. He had a line that was blocking all of our tables, and the line never ended. It went out for forever, and I didn't think I was going to be able to do anything because the place was, it was 80,000 people, but there was like of the 80,000, 40,000 of them were cosplayers, and but I killed it. I made a profit, made back all my expenses, the table cost, printing costs, everything, and walked away, with money in my pocket, a profit from it. So it was a really good event.
And you sold books, right? Books?
I sold books. I sold everything. I sold books. I sold T-shirts. I sold everything Duty. Like, no, they were interested in just the Disneyland in my toilet, which is crazy because I had all my stuff available. Some of the children's books sold, but everything was about Disneyland in my toilet.
I had a lot of friends down there last weekend, as you know.
Yeah.
You were hanging out with some of them. I think I seen you with Paul Gomez
Paul Gomez. Yes, he got a commission cover. Yeah.
Yes, he's our dude. You know that.
He's a good man. He's a good guy. Yeah, he's doing a convention. Cow. I forgot the name of it. Cowtown. I signed up for it, so I'm waiting for my acceptance letter. But so we'll try to hook up again.
Cool. Yeah, I seen you with a whole bunch of people we hang with. I think I saw you with Andrew Mangum, Andrew and Gabriel.
Gabriel? No, I didn't see them.
They were there.
Yeah.
I know them. Oh yeah.
I missed Mog. Mog Park was there. I missed her.
She was hanging out with Christy for lunch on Sunday.
There's a bunch of people that I thought I was going to meet up with, but me and my wife never left the table. We just kept working.
Yeah, well, as long as you're working the whole weekend, that's good. You know that for any event like that. I'm glad things are going good for you. If you haven't got on this, you need to get on it. Get on book 1 and 2. Get to catch up so you know what's up. You're definitely going to want to know how Duty ended up here. Okay.
If you have kids, this is a great gift for the kids. If you have a birthday coming up, it's a great birthday gift. Grandkids, whatever, they'll love it. It's great, to spark that creativity in the next generation.
Cool. And our buddy here, Rich, down below you right there, put his sign-up page up today put his sign-up page the other day up for his new campaign that'll be coming.
Yeah, I did.
And You need to have Rich on your show once that thing gets ready to launch or after it launches so that he can get seen by your audience too.
He's got to sign up now. I'll send you the link in the
All right,
chat.
I'm signing up now. What's a good day? Whatever.
No, I'm going to send you the link.
Yay! I shall do the link. Send it to me through Facebook or something. I think.
I'm putting. Oh, you don't see the private chat?
Oh wait, let me see the private chat.
Hold on.
I don't see the private. Yeah, I see it, but there's nothing there yet.
There it is.
Oh wait, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a look at this later, Def.
Yeah.
I shall do this later. As a matter of fact, after this segment, and if I may stay for the next one, but right over here again, it's like 9:30 at night, and I'm tanked.
Yeah.
I'm like zogged right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish you continued success, my friend. I really do. You're doing a great thing. Not just by putting out a book that really is relatable and it's funny and it's silly, but it's something that's available for all audiences, and that's kind of a rarity sometimes in the indie world. You know what I'm saying?
You
did a good thing. You did a good thing. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I say
whatever you do. Whatever you do, please don't let Steph Wilson do a cover for you. Whatever that is.
We don't want to see Judy with them big round.
You don't want to see Judy with them big titties and all that.
No, I actually did an episode on one of my shows about people using that to sell their books, and I was like, imagine.
Oh man, you are now my new best friend. Holy shit, I love it. Fucking love it, because that I'm gonna stop because I will use up my half hour talking about how much this man sucks. Anyway. Oh, that's nothing. You want to see something? You know what I got? I got the Steph Wilson system for drawing female anatomy. You can get them big titties, or you can get them little itty bitty titties right there. Mm-hmm. You can get the big mama jama, friggin' Dolly Parton big old titties or something. Or, that plenty up top, that stripper that I used to know in the early 90s over at the steakhouse in Times Square. Yeah, she was fun. Or you can get the one where it's like those like 13-year-old Norwegian chicks. Not that I would ever suggest anything like that, but like that little bitty titties.
And he finally went there. Where is it? Thank you very much. He finally went there. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, I know. I just had to. I'm sorry.
If you don't have a co-host who's entertaining, you don't have a co-host. Right, Sam?
Right. I prefer being the foil because I being laughed at and laughed with is the fun part. If I can keep the thing going, then it's I've done my job. I'm not really the joke man type guy. I'm just like the follow through. That's all.
Look, a little humor.
Thanks, man.
Hurt.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
A little humor doesn't hurt.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But but obviously, I'm happy to be Pops' co-host, and you and a bunch of campaigns that I've saw. You're the reason why I'm here. Because I get to meet really awesome individuals like you, who do it not just for the love, or like for yourself, but for everybody else around you. And that's a hallmark of a great creator. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I've said it many, many times. If we don't have people like Sam catering to the younger generation, to the next generation of comic fans, ain't nobody gonna be buying your shit in a few years. We gotta cater to those guys. We gotta cater to them and bring them into the love of comic books. And you don't do that by making stuff that they can't read yet.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing a big kids event in August. It's just all family and kids, and because that's my audience, and my wife's going to do some face painting. We're going to make a big event of it.
Cool.
That's lovely.
That's what we're talking
Excellent,
about.
Man. Excellent.
Thank you, guys.
Just everybody.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Keep it in mind. We got to have a young generation if we're going to have a next generation of comic fans and creators.
Yep.
Yeah, because A lot of these 50-somethings can't be 15-year-olds for much longer. You know.
Shut up, Rich. Leave me alone.
Not you. I'm talking about fucking.
Oh.
I'm talking about Steph Wilson and other assholes like that.
Oh, it's crazy.
You know, if it hops, you know, it's like.
It's always great talking to you. Make sure you let us know when your next.
Oh God. Okay.
I will, guys. Don't forget to sign
All
up.
right, man. All right, boss.
Peace.
All right, I will sign up later tonight, man. Thank you.
All right. Get better. Bye.
I will do my damnedest to try. All right. Now it's my turn. Yay. I don't really
Go
care.
check out Duty,
Not
y'all.
now.
Go check out Alien.
Go check out Duty. Yes. Alien in My Toilet, issue 2.
Go check it out. Good stuff.
Love it. That's some good stuff, man. I swear.
And we got this other thing, Rich.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull the page up real quick.
Could you please?
Sign up page, right? Yeah, the sign up page.
You could do the sign up page, yes. By all
And
means.
as you can see, when I pull this up, I signed up. Oh, see how it's got the little saved button clicked over here. See why?
What
Because
happened?
why did I sign up already? Because Rich keeps showing me art and showed me the script and won't leave me the fuck alone about it because it's so good. I might have to sign up.
Yeah. I already put the feelers out. I just put something together quick and I posted it. You know, and if I get a bunch of followers, that's great. If not, I have more than a month before I have to start this campaign. So,
well, we're good. He sent me the script. You know, he sent me the script. And he's like,
yeah.
The script. And I avoid that shit. Everybody knows it. I sit down in this chair. I go to work. I don't sit here and read or do PDFs and none of that shit. Everybody knows that. I promote when I sit in this chair, but I finally started reading it, and I read the first 9 or 10 pages, and I was like, okay, I'm not reading anymore until I get the pictures that go with it. Okay.
Oh man,
I'm missing the visual here. I can create my own visual, obviously, but I want your visual.
I've already thumbnailed up to page 12.
It all together. I'm starting to piece it all together, Rich. Quit showing me all.
I started thumbnailing. I'm up to page 12 so far for the thumbnailing, and while I am here fighting off a potentially lethal infection, I will continuously draw thumbnail pages of the first issue of Roaring. Yes. Which was conceived by me, is going to be drawn by me, maybe colored by me, but lettered by immortalized letterer here over in the UK by the name of Jim Campbell. Jim Campbell has been a letterer for 2000 AD for the longest time, also Dark Horse. I think some DC, some Marvel, but he's been at it longer than I was an inker, for goodness sake. So he's also a good friend of mine through my marriage and everything. So he's a really cool cat. And he loves when I make pizza because he's like an absolute friggin' what is that? He's an absolute keto diet person. And the only time he ever cheats is when I make his ass pizza. But then they bring me over to their house and occasionally, and they have barbecue and everything. So I get a lot of like meat in my mouth that I put all the way down my throat and everything.
I'm not touching that, Rich. I'm not touching that.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm not going to get into why I decided to throw it into sexual innuendo, but his wife and I, we're both really filthy individuals, and we go back and forth about all the stuff that we're consuming, and we somehow make it like we're kids in high school who just figured out what the word sex means.
Yeah,
it's so fun. It's so much fun.
It's not.
What'd you say?
You're enjoying yourself. You know it.
Yeah. That's it. You know I don't want anything other than a burger or a piece of steak, and that's the only thing I want to chew that has any meat in it. Thank you very much. I'm good. You know. So, but yes, this was actually going to be something else entirely different, but it was going to be based in the 1920s. I've always been fascinated about this decade in human history, especially American history. You know, the women were permitted. It was thrown into it's the 19th Amendment in 1920 in which women were allowed to vote, which is incredible. But, you know, just there's that. There was the Prohibition. It was shortly after the Black Sox scandal in 1919. You know, it's just such an incredible time. And it's like women expressed, you know, and men too, women definitely expressed the freedom of self. And it was personified in the form of what girls were called of as flappers at that time. They wore these outrageous dresses, had lots of flares, lots of beads all over the place, very decorative, very flashy, very everything. And it was like, you know, like the 80s and the 90s, but, you know, it's better Art Deco. You know, and it's a very, very stylistic, very stylized decade. A lot of really cool designs and a lot of really cool methods of design and graphics and creativity and architecture came from that decade. That one decade. You know, out of everything that's happened, a lot of it is based on that. Like jazz, and the jazz started coming to play right around in the 1920s. I mean, everything happened in the 1920s. And it's such a great decade that I wanted to do a story based on that. This is some of the interior pages of the art. This is now the story behind Roaring is there are three girls who are flappers. I mean, there's a designated as five, but they're three girls. Yeah, okay. Really the worst time anybody could possibly call me. All right. Anyway, the fuck. Anyway, these three girls here. If you go from the top one is Ruth. She's right by the logo. She's the mastermind of everything, and she is ruthless, for lack of a better word. She's ruthless. She's cunning. She's calculating, and she is the clear leader of these three girls, aside from the other girls that are following them, you know, who are inspired by these three. The one on the right, the one on the left with the wine-colored dress and the blonde hair, her name is Dorothy Barlow. She's a complete and absolute sociopath and has no compunction whatsoever to either fuck someone or kill someone in order to get what the hell she wants. She's a little bit unhinged.
So that's my girl. That's the one I like, right?
Oh, well, everybody likes her. Everybody likes her. Trust me, everybody likes her. And then on the bottom right, with the green dress, her name is Ginny. Ginny Thatcher. She is deadly accurate with a throwing knife, but she also has a photographic memory. But she's not, even though they're all killers, she's not really the sociopathic type. You know, so we're going to see what happens with her as the story goes along. Now, what you're looking at right now is the setup of the story, where Ruth is being taken by these two mobsters, eloquently named Provolone and Salami, because I couldn't think of any other actual Italian names to put in the mobsters because they're all there anyway. So I'm like, well, these guys are meant to die anyway. So I have a great idea. How about I just call them all the brands of cold cuts that I used to like when I was a kid? Sure, why not? So I did that, you know, and they're going to a club, you know, and obviously this is a little bit more risque than some of the stuff that I'm used to doing. You can see clearly the mobster checking her ass out because, hey, I'm going to be obvious about this, but she's not going to know. So we're going to do that. And as the story progresses, you get an idea of the setting and the world that these girls are in. And later in the story, there's going to be a twist in which there's going to be someone who's considering going into this group and trying to destroy it from within. Now, I don't really want to push out too much of it, but as the campaign goes down and as I'm finishing the pages, I'll reveal a little bit more from time to time, so, and just like Pop said before, it's, he stopped at page like 9 or 10 for the script and he's like, okay, I don't want to read anymore because I want to see what he's going to do.
Yeah,
I've been thumbnailing pages over the last 2. I'm sorry?
I liked where it was going, but I wanted your vision, your visuals of it. I didn't want to be sitting here putting my own faces to these people and putting my own imagination on it, because then you have to live up to that. That's the problem with movies after books. Okay, if you have a real good imagination, no movie is ever going to live up to what you saw when you read that book.
That is
you
true.
know, I mean, it's
very,
hard.
very true.
That's one of the reasons I don't like to read scripts, because now I'm putting my own face. I'm getting your description, but I'm putting my own face on it.
No, I get it. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did, because I trust you enough that I would let you read the script. And if you saw something that may or may be one thing or another, I would take a look at it, because I do trust your judgment.
Yeah,
but,
I didn't want to read no more until I got the book.
Yeah,
that's what I saw.
Wait until you see the next bunch of pages. I am not going to say what's going to be on pages, what's going to be on the pages after page 10. But you will not want to miss it. You will get a full idea of who these girls really are. And you're going to get an idea of who the protagonist is later in the issue, which is going to go directly into issue 2. Now, I've already written issue 2. I've already plotted out issues 3, 4, and 5. And the only thing I have to do right now is figure out how issue 6 is going to end. It's a limited tale, and then I'm going to release this once every 3 months, and thankfully I can, because it's only like between 22 and 26 pages. I am not going to kill myself by doing like an 80-page graphic novel thingy. Blah blah blah. I'm going to die. Can't do that again. And here is one of the reward tiers. Now, if you go into the Kickstarter and you click the notify me button, you'll be able to see this. Now, I have these prices over here. They may be in pounds, but this includes postage as well, because I am going to have Critical Blast do the fulfillment for this. And it sounds weird, but the more copies of stuff that I send to him, the less it costs me, depending on the volume of the issues itself. And this covers everything. I want to be absolutely sure that everybody gets a really good copy of this. I'm going to have about 3 or 4 I'm going to have 4 or 5 different varying covers on this one, and they're all going to be unique in their own special way. And I wanted to just get this Kickstarter in there just to go. But anybody who decides that they want to take a look at the link and follow and click on the notify me button, you will see almost daily updates, especially over the weekends, of what I'm going to add in, what I'm going to put in for the rewards, what I'm going to put in for the art. Oh, by the way, the majority, if not all the art, is going to be drawn traditionally. And one thing that I do very well with when it comes to using those as rewards is the original art. And I love when people get the original art, because it's a part of me that they're getting. And it's always really cool to have like a piece of that type of history for the first issue of this thing. Everything I'm going to draw is going to be traditional. I'll digitally ink it, but I'm going to draw it traditionally. Oh yeah, that's right. There's something there too. You want to close in on it? That was the first campaign that I did. The first issue of Incantessi, which, by the way, oh yes, I'm going to say this here and now. Incantessi, I drew right around the time I was being treated for cancer. Mm-hmm. And it sounds really morbid of me to say it, but I didn't know if I was going to die in 2020, because it's like you had cancer, COVID, and it's like, fuck, I don't know what's next. So I put together the story a little bit haphazardly, but it was a good story to begin. It was a good story to end in, and I did rather well on the first campaign. And then when I went for the second issue, I decided to add a couple of more elements, which I don't think I should have done. Now, it's fixable, but this is my baby. This is the first thing that got me through my cancer treatment. You know, so it's like, if I'm going to finish this series, or if I'm going to do something and then start another series with it, I want to make absolute sure that I get this story correct. So chances are I'm probably going to remodel issues 1 and 2 and put them together into one larger issue, and then make issue 3, like what would issue 3 and 4 be? And since there were so many people who backed it, I'll make sure that they get copies of these, because you shouldn't have to spend all that crazy money. Because at this point now, it's a vanity project. And there, yes, I'm going to have soft cover and hard covers for the third issue of Incantessi. I don't know if I reach a certain point after it gets funded and a stretch goal, then I'll start printing hard covers for Roaring.
Right. Which
ought to be nice. Yeah. You know, so if you take a look at the tiers here, the reward tiers, they're simple enough. If we get to £2, you get the digital one. If you get to £5, what do you see? Let me take a look. You get an original copy of the original cover, signed by the artist, and your name is on the appreciation page. And then I'm going to have a little bit more of a spicy cover, because one thing about flappers back in the 20s, they were not afraid to not wear bras or not wear shirts while they were dancing, which is awesome. Aha! So there's going to be a little bit of risque covers that I'm going to have. I'm going to have alternate naughty variants of Dorothy, the one you saw in the wine color dress. There's going to be a whole bunch of other dresses, and there's going to be other stretch goals that I will have once I reach those, because I'm fully confident that not only will I reach the goal, but you guys are going to love it so much that the more that's gotten, the more stretch goals that I'm going to that I will absolutely give to everybody, because A, you all deserve it, and B, I cannot extend or appreciate or show more how much I appreciate anybody who supported me for Incantessi. And I hope that a lot of you are here to support me for Roaring as well, because I feel like this one is going to be up there.
Incantessi, you allowed some people to do a little fan art action.
That's right. I did.
I'd be interested to see some other people's flappers. I'm just saying. Now.
Well, yeah. No, there's going to be that, but there's also going to be another tier. There's going to be a reward tier on this one that I have to put there, that I didn't put here just yet. One of the reward tiers is, if you want to, this is a double tier. It's a 2-in-1. Not only will you get a commission, penciled and ink, drawn by me, if you want to either be a flapper or a mobster, not only do you get to have a commission of you drawn as a flapper or a mobster, but at the same time, if you back that reward, you also appear in the comic with it. So your character that I create as a flapper for a commission is in the comic as an NPC character. So you get to be in the comic as well as own the commission, and it'll be a mock-up cover of the book itself. You know, it's going to have the logo title on the top. It's going to have like a chapter 1 thing on the bottom, and it's going to have that person's likeness as a flapper or as a mobster, whichever one they want.
Now, you had a printing snafu in Incantessi this last time.
Yeah, that will never fucking happen again.
No, check it out. Did you see those books? Did you have them in your hands and then send them?
I have them actually. I have a whole crap ton of them.
Have you opened the front cover, the first, the second page?
Yeah, it's Sophia's art.
I know, I love it, dude. It's like you open his book in my granddaughter's art's right there at the front.
Right. Look, yeah. There's Sophia's art.
Yeah, when you told me they printed them backwards, I was like, I got to have some of those.
Yes, I gotta. I'll send you a few copies. I have to send those to you.
RJ sent me some.
Oh, we did. Okay, good. Okay, good.
That's
good.
why I asked you if you had opened the front. You know, if you looked at it, I didn't know if they were printed here and RJ shipped them out or what happened. But you know,
yeah, man, that broke
the first
me.
thing I saw when I opened them was Sophia's art. I was like, that's fucking.
Yeah. Nah, it's some good stuff, man. Do I have another reward thing there?
No, you don't. Not that I got.
Or is it like a commission thing? No, it's an original art. Did I give you the original art one?
I have a couple other pages.
Yeah, show the other couple pages. You know, whatever.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, that's nothing. I decided I'm going to make that into a double page spread. I feel like I didn't really appreciate the ambiance of the place. So I decided I'm going to turn that into a double page spread. I know. I mean, I'm out of my mind. I can't help it. Yes.
This is one of the things I love about you, Rich. It's like when you draw something, if you think it could be better, you make it better.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't
I
enough and then fucking slough it off. It's like
screw that noise, man. That's a Steph Wilson trick of the trade. Fuck. You know, I mean, you know, most people, they just look at a comic book and they go, you know what? If it hops, then it's okay. You know, it is what it is. Exactly. You know, yeah, that's a direct dig. So I don't really care.
If it hops, I'm just like,
I know, but I'm me. But yeah, that's my art. I penciled it. Traditionally, this is going to be available as a reward. The cover itself is going to be available as a reward. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's on the Kickstarter. It's on the campaign itself. You can see how much each piece of the original art is there. You know, because every page is going to, with the exception, I think pages 1 and 2 are going to be different. No, I have page 1 as original art. Just about all the pages, if not all the pages of art, are going to be drawn traditionally, which means you can get them for backing. Now, every single person who orders one, you get signed by me, and you get a copy of the book, whichever one you choose, whether you want the not safe for work one or you want the one that looks like this, which I think is great anyway. So, but yeah, that's fun stuff, man.
For those of you who like to read manga style from back to front, we have some incandescent number 2s for you.
You know, speaking of which, if we get to the final stretch goal, what I'm going to do, it's not like I haven't worked on Incantessi Chapter 3. I actually have about 17 or 18 pages of it finished.
Right.
You know, the black and white art anyway. So what I'm thinking of doing is if we get to a stretch goal, which is pretty up there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all those pages that are scanned already, and I'm going to include them in this copy of Roaring for no extra charge. So instead of like a 26-page book, it's going to be a 40-page book, but it's going to have like the first 10 pages of Chapter 3 inside of it, just to let you know that I'm still working on it. So there you go. Where'd you go, man?
I would do I'd do that as a separate ash can.
You think so?
Yeah, like 9 pages of Incantessi number 3, and you know, people can order it along
in a separate thing or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. I'll think about it.
You ain't got
I just
no
feel
ash
bad
can,
that it's. I'm sorry?
You ain't got no ash cans. You got to get an ash can out there, man.
I hate ash cans. All right. Well, I'm done because it's 10 o'clock. My time for bragging about myself is over. Who's the next guest?
Well, it's supposed to be Ben Fuselier. I do not.
Anybody else here?
I do not see him in backstage. After that, it's supposed to be our boy Sam, because Necroholic's almost over. So Sam Quinton's going to be out here in a little bit.
Fucking love Sam Quinton. He's so awesome.
If I don't see Ben here real soon, I'll just tell Sam to come on up.
Is Sam here?
No, but I've already been talking to him.
All right, well, tell him, because it's like I will stay on air with you until you get another guest because I am about to collapse.
I appreciate you, my friend.
But I am not gonna fucking let you go swinging your poo all over the fucking place by yourself. That's for Apex Comics. Hey, Pops and Rich. Yeah, man. Follow my campaign. Follow my Kickstarter campaign.
The Roaring. We just launched the sign up page. Try and get some people sign up for it. This one is your 1920s romp, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Your 1920s hot babes kicking ass romp. This is the book.
Yeah.
I don't see no Ben. So, oh, wait a minute. Somebody just popped in. And it's Ben. What's up, Ben?
Hey, Ben.
What's up, bud?
I was wondering. I was starting to wonder.
Oh, no. I after the last couple times, I'm like, no. I can't do it this time.
So just to familiarize yourself again with my co-host, that's the top of his head. And
that's right. Well,
and that's the cover for his next book right there. That we just sent up the sign-up page. Check that out.
Oh my God! Now, all right, now that you're here, I'm gonna go.
All right,
it's not because I don't want to be around. I have COVID, and I'm really unfeeling well right now. But God. I didn't want to miss the first hour of the show because I am the co-host.
We'll get some rest, brother. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
You will see me tomorrow, definitely. All and good luck, sir, with your stuff.
Hell yeah.
Have a good one, man.
He'll be watching. Lord. He'll be watching. He just, he tested positive a few days ago. He lives over in the UK. So it's 10 o'clock at night over there as it is, and he's sick, you know. Get some sleep, Rich. Feel better, brother. What's up, Ben?
What's up, bud?
I know you've been doing. You have a YouTube channel. You do shows. You obviously have comic books. The struggle to get people to subscribe and participate in your channel is real, huh?
God, I don't know if you've probably noticed, I've been cranking up my advertising lately. I've been trying.
Well, yeah, they don't understand that it is work.
Yep.
Okay. It really is work. It's like even my son was like, you don't go through what I go through. I said, son, you don't have as many people giving you shit as I do either. I'm not going to say I miss the days of doing physical labor. Some days doing this, I'm like, man, I'd rather be pounding on a house frame or something right now, But for the most part, I do my best to try and have fun. I engage with people that are trying to have fun. Yeah. Man, at least Rich doesn't have a monkey box. What the fuck? Come on, Apex. Rich don't need no extra nothings, man. Rich is all right. So I had your campaign pulled up, and then I closed everything because we had an issue this morning. I had everything ready to go, and the power went out again this morning, man.
Oh, God.
And it was like, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, right? And I was like, oh, shit, here we go, right? Ain't going to have no power come showtime. So I was already screwed up before I ever woke up this morning, And even though I woke up and the power was on, it was still like the kind of thing that sets a tone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wake up 2 o'clock in the morning and you look at the clock and everything is dark. There's no clock. And you just go, ugh. So what we have right here, everybody, tell the world, man. And if I freeze for a second, just know it's our connection. It sucks, man, right now. I don't know why.
I'm down. But yeah, this is Outlaw Knights, Genesis of a Renegade, Part 2. we are not going to be launching this campaign until we get at least 100 people on the mailing list.
Right.
So far, we are up to 81, so we are very close. Very close. We just need to get that final push in.
You know, I was hoping that 100 backers would be, 100 signups would be my number 2. But I went 100 signups and 50 backers.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, all the signups don't always translate. It's all about timing and people's wallet. I mean,
Definitely. Like, yeah, and that's my thing was like, I basically said that I'm going to schedule the launch once I get at least 100.
Right.
Like, I'm not launching immediately because
I am surprised, though, with people like Eris and people like that helping to push it. I'm really, and being part of it, I'm really surprised that it's not got more pull. I like Juanito, man. Dude can draw,
Yeah, it's just been like, I think this year in particular, the biggest thing I've noticed is that everybody is launching something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, way more people than like when I first ran the first campaign. Like,
tons of first timers too.
Yeah. So
and
it's like,
and then there's people like our next guest who's working on his 17th freaking campaign. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
And then there's people like Paul Gomez, whose first campaign was 7 months ago, and he's got 3 books in people's hands already.
Damn.
In people's hands in 7 months. It's how hard you work, bro.
Yep.
There's a lot to it. I mean, I try to tell people self-promotion is the second most important thing. I mean, you do the project, you got to have the work, right? You got to have the idea and the creative mind behind it and all that. And that's important. That's number 1, because without a product, you don't have nothing, right? But number 2 is telling everybody about it.
Yeah.
Everybody, not just your friends, not just your fam, not just the people in your little Facebook crowd, but getting out there every freaking place you can to talk about your book. Self-promotion is the most important. And number 3 is being able to fulfill what you promise. Under-promise and over-perform, everybody.
That's what I do.
Under-promise and over-perform. There you go.
Like my last campaign, like I did the most basic bitch campaign. I was like, here, you get the book, and like for 1 special tier, you get a poster.
There you go.
And like I managed that, helped keep everything nice and simple when it was time to fulfill.
Well, I don't mind as long as somebody else is running the campaign and handling all that, ordering everything and getting it all to RJ so that he can wrap it all up in a package and send it out. Because I'm just going to sit here and talk about comics. That's what I do. What can I say? So you've been working on this for a while. How far along is the book as far as completion rate goes?
Unfortunately, we've only got about 4 pages done for the most part because I've run into some financial snags lately, and I may not be able to pick up work again until after the completed campaign. It just depends because I'm currently looking for a new day job, and that's been not going super well. But I'm cranking along. Uh-oh. We got a connection.
Over the last few years. I ain't gonna lie. They're with my freeze. They're with my freeze. I think I'm gonna bring Sam in so that when I freeze, somebody else, at least somebody's here hearing what you're saying. What's up, Sam?
You caught me eating peanuts, guys. What's up?
Peanuts?
Peanuts, man. Yeah, the snack.
I can't eat peanuts. It pisses me off.
Oh, I love peanuts.
I do too, but I got no teeth. I can't eat peanuts. It don't work.
Oh, I got you.
Actually, I'm kind of lying. I smash them with a hammer in a baggie and then I eat them.
Well, that's too much work, man.
It is work. I ain't lying. but I love like pecans and all that. I love all them things, man.
And carrying crushed peanuts in a little baggie is a sure way to get stopped for something in Kentucky.
Hell yes! And then when they test it, I laugh because it doesn't turn blue.
Yeah.
I know way too much about that shit, Sam.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with crushed anything in a baggie in Kentucky. They're gonna stop you and ask some questions. Yeah, just letting you know, guys. If you're ever in Lexington, yeah, watch out. You're gonna
Lordy.
Yep. So on to more important stuff: comics, and crowdfunding, and loving life, and making cool stuff. I almost cursed there for a second. Sorry. I cursed on a live stream the other day, and I think the guy who was hosting it was just absolutely stunned. That's not usually something I
curse.
That's not something I usually do. But
you might have cursed in a private recorded message to me before, but you've never cursed on one of my shows, not ever.
Oh, I did on this one. I did on this one. Yeah.
And you and Don Chin are probably the only people who never have. I'm just saying.
I still remember. I still remember the first time that Max DeVille ever heard me curse. He actually choked on his smoke at the moment. He's like, "Sam was cursing. Holy crap!" So
yeah. So I'm not going to ask who you were cursing at, but was there a topical reason why?
Yeah.
You can tell me later.
I don't know if I can. It depends on if I get litigated against. I don't know.
Oh Jesus.
We'll see.
Hang on, sorry.
He's got to get his day job, man. They're calling for an interview. All right, everyone in the audience, fingers crossed for Fusebox. We're hoping good things. We're hoping a good paying job, paying more than he was making before. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Oh, come on, Pops, like you mean it. Come on, damn it.
Amen.
All right, that's close. We gotta take you to church sometime. We'll put you in the pews and let you dance around a little bit.
Amen. How's that?
I said like you meant it, Pops. Not like you were making fun of 2,000 years of faith.
I make fun of everything. This is the only way I can smile through 2022, bro.
This is some badass art, though. I like this.
It really is. It really is.
Who's the principal artist?
I think Juanito, right? Juanito.
Actually, Juanito was going to be the principal artist, but unfortunately, he got pretty booked up. But I got Jay Krager to be the principal artist.
Who's doing the colors?
This guy from Brazil named Marcos Martins.
And you got the king of the letterers. You got Mr. Eric. You got Eric Weathers on the letters. Good job.
I know he's pretty obscure, Eric Weathers. Like not a lot of people have heard of him. Oh
man, he has lettered so many books in the last 2 years. It's like there's so many times I'll pull up a campaign. Oh, there's Mr. Weathers. Oh, it's Mr. Weathers. Oh, it's Eric again. Now we're on a first name basis just because I see his freaking name all the time. Oh. And he's one of the best, no lie.
Guys, I'm going to apologize about this blurring thing going on back here. I don't have a green screen, and I'm told repeatedly I need to do that to hide the mess of boxes from where I'm packing and shipping stuff. So,
nah. You gotta show real life. You get your sponsors back here behind you, some good comics on the wall. You want people to see the reality of it, not the. If you're gonna get a green screen, you gotta just make it.
But why reality when I can have some great art by Aisha Wilson-Nev behind me, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you're gonna green screen, you got to green screen what's actually behind you.
So.
You can do away with the boxes, but you can put all that cool art up on the wall and take a badass picture of it and use that for your green screen. You see?
Yeah, but I mean, that wall space is kind of small.
I can't do that though. I'd have half a dog walking through behind me. And people,
Yeah. I feel you. So this is your second campaign, right?
Yep. Well, technically third because my first campaign ever failed, but second one succeeded. So
don't feel bad, man. I've had failed campaigns too. A lot of successful ones too, but failed ones. We're like we've got now, counting the 2 that we're about to fulfill because they're one just ended and one's about to end in 2 days. 17 successful campaigns since 2017. So probably 3 more this year, maybe 4 more this year. We'll see.
Damn. Like that's what I'm striving for.
Retailers, man, retailers.
Sam is one of them guys that puts in the work. Now, I talked to Heroinberg the other day. His books are in 200.
Yeah, Heroinberg is the man to talk to. I'm here to tell you.
Sam's in 60 plus.
36 locations I ship to directly, and then the locations for comics mainstream distribution.
Right. Okay. So and then
speaking of which, 45 or something. Yeah.
Speaking of which, our friends Chris and Chris Elston and Chastity Lassiter got Rabbit's Badass Song up in comics mainstream.
Oh, cool! Good job.
Yeah. I sent him. I sent them his way, and they got in, dude.
Welcome to the spinner racks, yo. I'm telling you.
Put them books in the dispensaries on spinner racks.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. I'm about to find out if I'm going to start production on a 4th title. And I should know here in like the next 3 days. When we get that done, that's basically only going to be on dispensary stuff, and then behind the counter everywhere else, because it's got a lot of nudity in it, which is weird coming from me, but it does. Yeah. So
his stuff is usually like gamer stuff or
really violent, you know.
Yeah, like samurai squirrels killing each other and shit like that. I mean,
killing zombies with fantasy girls and stuff. And
yeah,
now this one is like non-violent, lots of nudity, no porn, just tastefully done, lots of psychedelics. I mean, I'm not using the psychedelics. It's in the book.
Yeah, and like I said before, if you need any any research you need to do on that, you just hit me up. I'll give you all my wisdom on those things.
I may ask you a couple of questions. I got a certain gentleman out in the Ute Nation I'm going to be talking to this week too, so we'll see what he has to say. So we getting some interesting information, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry about the peanuts, guys. I hadn't eaten since breakfast, so I was really, really, really hungry. What are you gonna do? So you're launching at 100 signups, right?
Scheduling the launch at 100.
Okay, so here's my question: do you have any in-person shows you're doing between now and the next week?
I have this one, and I believe I have one other on Wednesday, and I'm trying to schedule more.
Okay. Do you have any appearances at comic shops or cons?
Not lately, no.
Got any buddies going to a con?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let me show you something that we've been doing. As soon as I can. Oh, I guess I gotta upload it. Hold on a second.
Let me tell a little quick story then, Sam.
Lay it on.
There's a very good possibility that we will be doing CromCon 27 from the floor of Savannah, Georgia Comic-Con.
Holy crap! Good job, man.
And yeah, you do have. I'm more than willing to help people move product. If anybody wants to send something my way before the show or whatever, or
now you keep saying that out loud, you're gonna get stopped at the Georgia border. You know that, right?
You know me, man. It's close enough to Florida. I can run.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a long way to run, bro.
Savannah ain't that far from Florida.
I'm too old to run unless I'm being chased, and if I'm being chased, they're just gonna have to catch me. I don't know. All right, so let me see if I can show this to you.
That might be something I have to look into, though. I might have to get a hotel room in Florida.
This is
Drive to Savannah for the show.
I'm gonna try and share this, Pops. Okay, so give me just one moment to get this loaded up because I'm always slow on sharing the screens. You know.
If you time it just right, my connection will drop and it won't come through anyway.
So this is a let me see. Can you guys still see this?
She's kind of small, but yeah, I know what she is. Yeah.
So
there you go.
Let me get to there. All right. So this is a 4x6 card that we produce that we're handing out to folks at comic shops, at conventions, and this is for the Reign of Ages issue 2 Kickstarter we're launching in about 2 weeks. In which I realize that sounds pretty close since we've got 48 hours left in the current campaign, but we're going to be ordering books probably tomorrow. They should be in by like the 9th, and they'll be shipping, and then this should be live like later that night or the day after or something like that. But since we don't have the, or didn't have, I guess, and still don't have the final approval, we don't have the QR code to scan to it. So we just link everyone to our social media channels that we're going to be sharing the campaign out. And we put that in everyone's hot little hands so they get, something that they can take for free and that reminds them, hey, we're on Kickstarter in July.
There you go.
Now these work really, really well. We did this with 47 Furious Tales issue 3. And we did it like months and months and months ago before we did the first campaign. And then the first campaign didn't fund, but we still got a lot of people who came out for the relaunch for it. But like 500 of these will run, and they're 4x6, so they're pretty good size. Will run like $50.
Hell yeah.
So, or like $48 or something like that. And it's a real nice way to just put stuff in hand. If you've got the pre-launch, URL, you can plug that in and generate a QR code and just slap it on there, and then put it on the front and wherever you're at. If you're at like a con or if you're doing a signing event at a store or something, people can just scan the code and go straight to the campaign. And Armand Nassim, stop trying to call me while I'm on a stream. I know you're watching, you little nut.
I just got the neatest little notification on Facebook, Sam.
What's that?
You're not going to believe this, man. Simon Poitier, we all know Simon, right?
Oh, yeah.
Been on our show dozens of times, been on his show, hang out with him all the time.
He also finished part 1 of Genesis of a Renegade.
There you go. See? Okay, we all know Sim. Okay. He just joined the comic related madness.
Just now?
I sent him a message. I was like, finally, motherfucker. Finally.
So yeah, promo stuff like that goes a long way. And then
well, I think he's like he attached his page to the group is what it was. I think he's actually been in the group for a long time, but he attached his page to the group, and I'm like, finally, now people can just click on your stuff. It's like, that's why we're there.
Now, did you happen to get a chance to send out like interview requests yet for your campaign?
What do you mean? You mean
like where you email like podcasters, vloggers, YouTubers?
Oh yeah.
Hey, okay. Did you remember to go ahead and put the information out to your press release, to your local newspaper, local television, all that?
I haven't quite done that.
Do that.
If you write up a press release, I'll make sure it goes.
So
I'll make sure it goes to Critical Blast, to all these people that actually have websites that talk about what's coming.
Don't forget like the weekly polls and everybody. But the thing here's an easy thing, and this is one of the things I tell everybody. Now, I am not paid for this, I promise. But I will tell you that I discovered this when I was about 8 or 9 or maybe 10 campaigns done. And it's this little book right here from.
Can't see green screen.
Which you can't see with the green screen. Okay. So I guess I'm not going to show you the cover, but it's Kickstarter for the independent creator. Okay. It's by Madeline Holly Rossin. I recommend this to everybody. It's about $12 in print on Amazon. And whether you've done 1 campaign, 5 campaigns, or 50 campaigns, hell, I would recommend this to Brian Polito, honestly.
He's probably read it.
He probably has, but I'm telling you, if he hadn't, I'd still recommend it to him. But there is just a section in, how to, reminding you about different promotional avenues that some people don't think of. Your local radio station, for God's sake. I mean, radio is still the thing, and they like to talk to people when they get a chance. And your podcast, there's a lot of podcasts that have like Apple channels that they stream onto and get on those. And you'd be amazed at how far your reach will go on that. And even if it's not resulting like massive numbers on like your actual campaign, you may find, like I did when I got our most recent store that we signed up, they had actually heard about Sinopa books from a stream I did with Geeks and Gaming, because they heard it on their Apple podcast, and that's how they knew who we were when we reached out to them. Like, oh yeah, we heard you guys. I'm like, yes, thank God.
Yep. So give me look, Ben, give us the pitch. Give us the elevator pitch right now. Like Sam, act like Sam is giving you a shot to be under Sinopa Publishing's title, or under the umbrella of Sinopa Publishing. And how would you sell this to him?
Well, Outlaw Nights, in general, is a space opera action thriller taking place in the 31st century. Humanity has begun colonizing into outer space, and history is very much repeating itself as the nations of Earth are all competing with each other over territory and resources. It's very chaotic and hectic. In the midst of all this, Big Brother's reach is stretching thin, and as a result, it has resulted in a new golden age of piracy. So criminality is back in style, but in the midst of all this chaos and hectic time, crap, our main character is a guy named Cyrus Lawson, who is just kind of trying to get away from it all. He has moved to a small remote colony called Therese, and he's working as part of the colonial security. So he's kind of just trying to be a hero in a small town. But his dreams of being away from all the madness are ripped right from under him, right at the start of issue 1, as the pirates of the ship known as Hazard invade his settlement, looking for a special piece of data. And this data is going to lead to a treasure that's going to turn everything on its head. So without giving away issue 1's plot, push comes to shove, our boy is kidnapped by these pirates. And so now he's going to have to learn how to survive in the underworld, while at the same time redefining his very black and white sense of morality.
Firefly meets Cyberpunk meets Starship Troopers.
Yeah, pretty much. Meets Pirates of the Caribbean, meets Ocean's 11.
All right. So like part 1, only better.
Yep.
There we go. Gotcha.
Cool.
Gotcha. Like part 1, only better. Love that.
And part 1 is also going to be available on this campaign for people who missed out on it.
You got any stock left, or you have to do a second printing?
I got to do a second printing, but I have 3 copies left of the original print run, and that's why folks who get on the email list are going to get access to a super limited buy 2 for the price of 1 tier.
Damn, man, you must have really run through copies. Holy crap.
Yeah, I actually
I thought I was selling books.
Well, it was like I printed a limited number based on the backers, and I had a few extra, and I managed to sell some to my local comic shops. And also, I managed to sell some at a Comic-Con that came to town.
There you go.
So, good stuff.
We didn't do too bad. We went to a little small local con. It was the last one I went to back in March, I think, or April. It was a game convention in Lexington, a little small hotel thing. So not a whole lot of people, but we sold, I think we sold 100, 110 books, something like that. Not too bad.
Hell yeah.
So
go sign up right now for Outlaw Night Show.
Outlaw Nights, Cyberpunk meets Firefly meets Starship Troopers meets Pirates of the Caribbean. Love it. I love
Go sign up right now. Tell them Pop sent you.
Like part 1, only better.
Tell him Pop sent you.
You need that for Phil Leon to do that radio voice he does. Like part 1, only better.
we need Bill and Doc to do.
Oh God, yeah, get Doc
tag
to do that.
team, team voiceovers, dude. Come
on. Dude, that would be freaking awesome. Get Doc Blalock to do that. Good God.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. See how it works out for him.
Lordy.
Damn.
You know what's up. So yeah, Ben, also YouTube channel. Drop the link.
Yes.
Drop a link for me. And I was going to say, if you don't have a wrench on my YouTube channel, go say something in the chat so I can give you a wrench. So anytime you see me live, you can come out here and drop your link, man.
Oh, dang. Thank you.
You know,
I have never been wrenched.
Well, shit, allow me to be the first.
I mean, we've gotten to know each other pretty well. So, I trust you with that.
Yeah, I won't throw it. I promise.
It's more of a, it's more of a third date kind of thing, but
Holy shit! Yeah, now you know why I like this guy, Sam.
Yeah. You know me, man. I get along with most everybody, but I usually don't laugh very much. So it's good to get a chuckle every now and then.
Well, I mean, if you look at my YouTube chat, it's like blue all the way down the line. You know that. I mean, I give everybody the wrench because I want you guys to be able to drop your links and to tell everybody what you're doing and shit.
I'm being there dropping links to Christy Shen and Madeline and Mike Shea and Larry and Mike and Kyler and all them guys. There you go. Lots of cool shit coming out. Pardon my language. There I went. I swore. I'm sorry. There is a lot of... There's a lot of cool stuff coming out, man.
Did I just get you? Did I just get you, Sam?
Yeah, I just swore on the stream. I'm sorry.
Y'all mark that one on your calendar. What?
But there is, man. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming out and out right now too. I mean, I actually just got a really cool ad for Human Hunters #2, which is coming out in October from Max DeVille. And it's going out in one of the ad slots on this comic I'm about to ship. So really, really hoping that we'll see a lot of people come out there and support Max on that when it gets ready, because Human Hunters is a badass title. These peanuts are too good.
I just dropped a link in the private chat for you.
Thank you.
Sweet.
And Ben...
You guys, Fox, when do you think you're going to fulfill on this campaign, man?
Don't laugh like that. Don't laugh like that.
I mean, I heard you had like 5 pages done so far, and so
yeah, we got about 4 pages, and I got to a point where I ended up quitting my job. Because I just couldn't freaking take it anymore, my day job. I was working as a dishwasher at a restaurant, and I was getting paid way too little for too much stress.
I've done that. You know, and when they hired me, it was like they take you around and they go, this is what you're supposed to do, right? And then for the next 2 weeks, every day, they're like, oh, and didn't somebody tell you you're supposed to do this too?
Yep.
And by the time you get through that first 2 weeks, you're like, man, I feel like I'm doing some other people's fucking jobs right now, and I ain't paying me enough for this shit.
Because you are doing other people's jobs at that point, man.
Yeah.
Well, especially since like what ended up happening was like I managed to last there a good little while, but like a few people quit and they just didn't hire anybody else to fill the slots. So basically, I was working by myself on busy days, like very busy days. This restaurant is not a slow restaurant.
Right.
So I'm there by myself as the dishwasher, having to keep up with everything. And I think a couple of months ago, I finally just kind of hit my limit, and I was just like, yeah, I got to put in my 2 weeks. And so I've been looking for a new job, but it's been super hit and miss. I got a couple of interviews, but I mean, not nearly enough.
What region you live in? Where you at?
I'm in New Orleans.
Oh wow.
Hot, muggy.
Hey, here's a question. Are you a welder?
No.
That's too bad. I know some welding gigs are open like right now. I got a buddy of mine, he's an underwater welder, and he says he can't keep enough people. They really, really need some underwater welders, and they're paying ridiculous amount. Well, it's a dangerous job. I mean, it pays really well.
It's a dangerous
job. I know attorneys that don't make as much as these guys do. And I mean good attorneys. I know good attorneys don't make this much money.
You look at him. Yeah. Do you know how to scuba dive?
You want to make big money in New Orleans? Underwater welder, man, for real.
Okay.
Anything hazardous pays well. You could also just strap on some heat and go be somebody's bodyguard. It pays well.
Yeah, that doesn't actually pay as well as you think, Pops.
Depends on who you're guarding, my friend.
Yeah, I get
how
that.
much they value themselves.
Well, for Louisiana.
Oh, he only pays me a little bit. Oops, I missed that, boy.
In Louisiana and in Georgia, you want to talk to George Gamble if you want to get into bodyguard work. So, because I used to work for George, so way back in the day.
Yeah, well, things are a little different now than way back in the day.
No, he's still the top guy. He's the guy who is bodyguarding like all the rappers and all the stars when they're doing shoots and everything. Everything goes through George.
And is he getting paid well?
You better damn well believe it, because he owns the company.
Thanks for proving my point.
He doesn't, but I'm telling you, his guys don't make as much as the underwater welders does. George's brother Fred is an underwater welder.
I'm just saying, anything hazardous pays well.
I'm just telling you. I'm just trying to help.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, underwater welder, man, for real. I'm sorry, guys. These are damn good peanuts.
All right, so there's a reason that Sam's here, not just to help me out as a backstage.
Comic relief, yo. Comic relief. Because in the words of my ex-wife, I am definitely not funny.
Well, I mean, you're not just here to be a co-host for me because my guy's got COVID and because my other guy's sick too. Yeah, Doc and Rich both under the weather. Man.
Oh shit, that's terrible.
Bad days. That's why I have to keep powering through, yo. Oh, look at that! Somebody just went over $3,000.
Yeah, I know, right? We are $3,004. 54 hours left. We got 124 backers for the first title that we are publishing that I myself did not write. And this is by the one and only Brian Lee, Cooper School graduate, remarkably accomplished artist, brilliant storyteller. And this book is, among other things, done, which you can't see because I've got the green screen up.
I can do it though.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, damn.
So Pops has one of the artist proofs that I sent him.
Story and art by Brian Lee.
Yep. Why don't you pop that open and show it off for me, Pops?
Okay.
Please. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Please.
I can do that. For you, I can do that.
I appreciate that, bro.
But man, I forgot. This is the one this is some tight fit, right?
That's what she said.
Oh.
You know what it is?
It worked really hard not to hurt it.
I mean, it's 24 pages. You know, we use that heavy grade stock for all of our books. So we've got 80-pound interior and 110-pound cover. The book is all nice and done. The only thing that's different between that and the production value is the production value is going to have the names of some of the backers on the tombstones, because we had 13 slots open for people to pledge at that tier, and we filled up in like the first 36 hours.
Stands up on its own. Look at
that. Yep. Remarkable work by Brian Lee. This is the introduction to the series. We are currently plotted out for 24 issues. We're going to get 2 issues out this year. We'll have 3 issues out next year. There's your cocktail recipe. I advise caution when drinking those, because you might wake up in your underwear in the jail cell in Wisconsin if you take too much of it.
Tequila, baby.
Tequila is bad for you. Tequila is very bad for you.
Where it says right here, where it says 30 milliliters of silver tequila, just say Cabo tequila right there. Probably the blue label would be best. Just saying.
I do not recommend using mezcal tequila for this. I'm just saying. Don't do that. You'll hurt yourself. But
and tell them about that little thing right there too.
Oh, that's actually not a photograph. That's drawn by Brian. That glass with the ice. That's an illustration. That's not a photograph.
That's a piece of art, yo.
Yeah, he drew that.
Very nice.
He drew that, inked it, and colored it himself.
Zombies.
So we are introducing you to Olivia, who is she has a couple of problems, and if you asked her, she'd probably tell you her biggest problem is that she's a necromancer. But being a necromancer and having certain very potent powers is one thing, but having a drinking problem and getting blackout drunk and doing things you probably shouldn't is really what's causing a lot of her problems for herself. So this particular issue is a lot about introducing folks to what's going on, what she does and who she is, and kind of
pointing with you in graveyard scenes, bro. What is it with you in graveyard scenes?
Hey man, I'm going to tell you something. Wait until the psychedelic mushroom comic comes out, and you're going to have like tub scenes and shower scenes and stuff, and you're going to be wondering why did this happen.
Well, I gotta explain why I said it. Look, the first piece of art from a Sinopa book that I saw that sold me on 47 Furious Tales was also a graveyard scene.
Yep.
Okay, so here I am. I'm looking at another Sinopa book with graveyard action. What's up, bro?
We kill a lot of people in our pages.
We kill a lot of people.
I mean, Reign of Ages issue 1. Rain kills a bunch of zombies, destroys a bunch of zombies. In this one, we're animating zombies, and we've got the graves of the 47 and 47 Furious Tales.
I love the changes in the color palettes and stuff.
Yeah, it's that whole lighting level difference that he's able to evoke through that. It's really very brilliant.
See, and then you go inside the building, and it's outside the building.
All the perspective is spot on. It's just a beautifully done book. It really is.
I'm like,
hell yeah.
I loved it when I was editing it, and then issue 2 we should have ready this fall, right alongside issue 3 of Reign of Ages. So those actually might end up launching together if we can't squeeze a few more days out of the calendar. But yeah,
so there it is. You know it's done. You can see it. It's complete. You're, as usual, you're backing a solid product coming out of Sinopa Publishing. So
thank you, Pops. Appreciate
no fear ordering from this guy. You're going to get it.
Here's the thing too. The backing on this is to produce the press run and to fulfill the campaign, shipping and everything. If you scroll down, you're going to see that our price points are where we're usually at. We haven't adjusted them yet for the gas prices. That'll be probably next month when we do Rain. But all of our tiers
carefully put this book back into this tight.
All of our tiers include shipping in the United States and territories. So when it says, Dead Trees campaign, you get 1 print copy. That includes your shipping. When we ship by first class mail to the U.S. and the territories, and then if it happens to be a package that's over 16 ounces, say for example, any of our other printed tiers, we ship by a USPS flat rate priority.
Okay.
So we use to give you an idea. I keep the poor guys who supply the post office in business. I swear to God, it feels that way. But yeah, it's one of those things where we're shipping stuff out constantly. We do have 2 covers for this book. We've got the Brian Lee cover that Pop showed. I'm going to see if I can get this close enough to negate the green screen, and then that'll show part of it at least. That is the Kendall Gates Virgin variant that we're putting out. That's pretty nice. And you can see it there on the right-hand side with the Gates cover, but we're pulling off the trade dress in the actual finished product.
Very nice. Very nice. Who's Robert Monroe?
Well, you're gonna have to wait and find out.
I mean, I can read it right now and find out.
Well, you can, but you're not going to find out in issue 1 because it's not revealed in issue 1. You're going to have to keep that in your back pocket, bro. Like I said, we got 24 issues already outlined and ready to roll. He's got the script done for 2. He's like not halfway. He's like, I think he's about 25% done on issue 2. I just had him take a pause and get to work on the cover, and so we got line art from the cover, which is looking pretty badass. No one's actually seen that, Pops. You know what that means, right? If no one else has seen it, why don't we tease out the line art, those first pencils and everything. Like I said, this is just where he's literally laid it out. So he's got to come over and actually do the finished pencils and the inks and everything. But this, if I can get this to work. All right, and we will. I think it's on this one. Yeah. World premiere, guys. And he'll come back through and he'll dress this up, finish up all the lines and then come back and do the color. And we'll have this fantastic cover for Necroholic issue 2.
It's a Madness exclusive, not CromCon. Madness.
Debut, brother. Debut. No one else has seen it.
Very nice. You do that. Brian Polito does that. There's a few people that come out on my show and they're like, nobody's seen this before. We saved it for you, Pops. Here it is.
There you go.
I love it. Thank you.
And I've been really lucky. I've had enough new stuff come in. I've been able to do world premieres on a few others for different titles. So, like, wow, this, and here, and that there, and holy crap, who's seen what, where? You gotta keep track of it. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, definitely looking forward to. I mean, if we pull this thing off where we road trip next month for CromCon, then I definitely want to get some books from some people and put them on the Madness table. And help sell some books for people, So,
if you're going to Florida, you're driving right past me.
Yeah,
so what I'll do is I'll sell you a retailer box, and you can take a retailer box of Snopa stuff down there and make some money.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I just since they've already, they told me we have a table.
Yeah, man, I'll hook you up with a retailer box. You can double your money.
I don't want to just sit there at the table with just the show. Because we're still going to do the show.
Right.
The early segments we're going to do from the floor of the con, and then the evening segments will be interviews like this from the hotel room or whatever, because obviously we won't be in the con building at 9 o'clock at night doing a panel. We usually do a CromCon. So we'll do the opening segment each day in the building, interviewing people that are there, and we'll do the evening segment the way we always do it, talking to people out here. CromCon 27, different.
Man, that's hard to believe. 27 already? Good Lord, Pops. Where'd the time go, man?
I know, Sam.
Where did the time go?
And there's a couple of CromCon Europes in there, too, actually. We don't count them.
Right, they're outside. They're in different title count, right?
Country and time zone. Yeah, I mean,
how many Europe Comic-Cons are there? 4 now?
We've done 2 of those, and I try to do 1 a year.
When's when's you know what else you need to do that you haven't done in a while? All ladies night, and just hand the stuff over to the ladies and turn them loose on. That's always a fun show.
All the ladies got to do is say, "Pops, we're ready," and
I'm going to tell you something.
Friday night.
You put Christy Shen, and you put Christy Shen, you put Madeline, and you put Alexia on there, and you turn them loose with all the rest of the ladies.
Oh, man.
And good God, that's a show right there.
Christy, Lola, Mrs. Good Stuff, Alexia. Oh my God, it's just it gets out of hand.
You got to have Alexia, and you got to have Madeline, and then you turn everyone else loose, and oh my God, it's fantastic.
Some of the best shows we've ever had on this channel.
Because you want to talk about people who know comics, those ladies know comics.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
it's crazy. It's like, I mean, they don't just know comics. Like Madeline knows way more than just
screenwriting, novel writing, television production. Yeah, she knows a little bit of everything.
Christy is becoming a little marketing genius. I don't know if anybody's paying attention or not, but she's piecing together all kinds of stuff, and it all seems to be selling.
Yeah, you gotta keep your eye on Christy.
So we love what's going on up in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Christy's a remarkable talent. She really is. She has a wonderful way of presenting herself and her products, and people just love her, And she gets to shrug it off with a devil may care attitude of, I don't give a F, and it's just wonderful.
Yep, I do know.
I'm gonna give this another plug real quick, guys. If you're watching this, Necroholic, we literally only have 2 days left. We're ending Wednesday night. If you remember, I said, hey, shipping is included in the United States and the territories. If you are not familiar with Sanopa publishing stuff, I got a little something to tell you. We have got a tier on here, which is the collector's tier for Sanopa stuff. And this thing is pretty interesting because, let me get everything together with what you're getting here so you can see what I'm talking about. In that tier, wow, it's a lot of books, Pops.
Your green screen ain't going to let you show any of it. You know that.
Oh, God, that's right. Hold on a second. Let me turn that freaking green screen off. That's terrible. Now you see all the boxes I'm working out of.
But see, here's what you do. You move the boxes, and you move them pictures. You slide them pictures out just a little bit on the wall. You take a picture, and then you put your boxes back, but you use that picture you took for your green screen.
I'll think about it, man. I'll think about it. That sounds like an awful lot of others. But anyway, that collector's tier, right? That collector's tier. You're picking up 6 books for $40. All right? Mm-hmm. That's 47 Furious Tales issue 1.
Mm-hmm.
Issue 2.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Boo Boo, issue 3.
Issue 3. Oh.
Reign of Ages, issue 1. We are running really low on this cover, guys. So if you don't have this yet, definitely take advantage of this campaign to get it. And then both copies of Necroholic. And that's $40, and that includes your shipping anywhere in the United States and the territories. Whether you're in Florida, Michigan, New York, Hawaii, Alaska, Guam, Puerto Rico, doesn't matter. $40 gets you 6 books. Bagged, boarded, wrapped up, and shipped safe and sound. Oh, yeah, the artist edition. That's a nice one, too.
Number 3. Now, look, we got number 1's on the wall over there. Okay. Oh, it has been forever. The A cover of number 1's been on the wall since the day I got it, pretty much.
You got that one right there.
Yeah.
My personal copy. Yeah.
Now I have number 2 also. I have number 3, but I also have all the variants.
Paul Walcott.
Books, I have the Glenn Follow book. You've been sending me stuff for a while, Sam.
Yeah, a couple of years. We put out books. We put out a few books. Jesus God, now that I think about it, if
I think you've sent me about 12 books now.
It's probably in the last 2 years. It's probably been 10 books in that time that we put out.
Mm-hmm. Well,
something like that.
4 and then 4 and it's 12. Man.
Glenn, yeah, because we got Glenn following that, and you've got the comics, and then we've got the Dungeons and Dames, and we're doing Dungeons and Dames later this year for 2022. We still got to finalize.
Dungeons and Dames need stories to go with the art, man.
No, it's just an art book. We need just to focus on the artist. I disagree with you on that.
I want bios of all these badass women. Little synopsis stories, little something.
I tell you, the artists maintain ownership of the art, and they can go ahead and put that in, and I'm sure that they can tell you all about them. But in Dungeons and Dames,
a little bit of background on the characters.
No, I don't think so. I think we're gonna be okay.
That makes us go look, though. If it's something we like, then we go look.
The problem. We should put some stuff in there, like maybe in the artist bio section or something like that. Because in the art section, our page count is pretty precious. So we need to, in an art book, we need to really focus on the art on that. But yeah, it's a hell of a thing. I'm looking forward to it. I need to go get a second press run of the first one. So we're gonna round up the team and see who needs how many more books. We're gonna throw some money in the pot and get another press run of that done.
Nice.
So,
oh yeah,
that'll be fun.
So y'all gonna go sign up for that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
By watching, even on the replay, go sign up for this one.
Yes.
All right? Go back that one. Go subscribe to that channel. Go sign up for Rich. For Rich's The Roaring.
Definitely sign up for Rich. The Incantessi book is fantastic.
And go back duty. Go back duty. You guys know there's an alien in my toilet. Issue 2.
You should really get the doctor to look at that, Pops.
Dude, it's not my problem. It's his. I'm just saying.
It is a cool concept, though. I like the concept of it.
I could not get him to do the pitch that he did for book 1. That pitch was amazing. That from Uranus, oh man, the alien from Uranus, and his name is Duty, and blah blah blah, and it was beautiful, man. It was like 30 seconds, and he sold the book on that. I couldn't get him to do it today. I was like, come on, give us the pitch. He wouldn't do it.
They had a pretty good campaign for that too. That was pretty solid.
Oh, real good campaign.
Yeah.
And this one's funded and ready to go too. So
nice.
What are you doing, Pops?
Oh man,
I don't know what that was, bro. But
you don't want to know.
Someone's gonna clip that. You're gonna have a problem. Don't do it, Pops.
I'll clip it and I'll use it for whenever somebody's. You remember Animal House, right?
I do indeed.
Yeah, that's what it was, but it wasn't.
Because it
wasn't directed at you guys.
Because I am old. That's why I remember Animal House. Because I am old, man. Yeah, I am. I've been around a while.
Yes, 17.
Yeah. But we've actually counting these two, we've actually fulfilled 18 because we fulfilled one campaign that we didn't fund on. It was a holiday Christmas thing we did. We ended up sending the digital backer rewards to all the backers anyway, even though we didn't fund. So we got that done like the 19th or the 20th of December, and so everyone got their digital backer rewards, even though we fell about 50% short of goal. It's pretty good time.
All right. Well, this one's funded. You know you're going to get it. Obviously, you've seen it in my hand. Sam fulfills, man. We used to have fun with Sam. He'd come out after his books went in demand on Indiegogo. He'd come out and he would pretty much package up orders right here on the show. When people would order, they'd package it up, put the label on it, and ship it out the next day.
I will actually probably do that on the next Indiegogo campaign because people asked me on this last one, hey, are you going to package as you go? No, because we're doing a IGG exclusive on this one, so we're not in demand or anything. That one's done. 18 people got that book. So the only thing that was printed for that were the 18 for the campaign and the comps for the art team, and that's it. And I don't reprint floppies, so that's going to be probably the rarest Sinopa cover that we've ever done. It is definitely the smallest press run we've ever done by far.
I think he's up there dying, you guys. That's right. I don't know if he sucked some water down the wrong tube or what, but my boy's up there dying.
But I tell you this though, Pops, we're trying to get to 5K so that we can afford gas for Brian to drive down from Pennsylvania, so that we can get backer reward copies signed by Brian.
That'd be cool.
So, but I mean, it's 1,480 mile round trip. So it's gas basically.
Yeah. I was looking at that trip to Savannah. It's 15 hours. So
yeah.
It ain't gonna be cheap.
No,
we know that. But hey, I'd love to be able to make it happen, man. I'd love to be able to set up at a madness table at a con and just have fun doing the show.
The good thing is, at least you're just straight down I-75. You don't have to get off
way over here in Southwest Michigan. I got to go east to get to that.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to 75, you just go. And you run, basically 75 runs all the way down into Atlanta. So you just got to keep your eye open and don't miss Savannah. Make sure you take the right road and find your spot.
I've traveled all over this country, dude.
Same.
Bunch of times.
I've camped out in the painted desert.
I've done it on trains. I've done it in planes. I've done it in automobiles. I've been all over the place, man. I have not been to Florida though. That's what I'm saying. I might have to take a little trip south.
I'll tell you, I was in Miami on this job. I was at this place doing this thing, and we got done with the contract we were there on. And I remember we were going to fly out the next night, go back home. Me and the guys I worked with, we went to Little Cuba, and we ate a lot of Cuban food, got really, really, really drunk, ended up partying until after dawn the next morning, and then couldn't find our way back to the hotel. So we ended up having to get a cab and have them match where we were at with the hotel keys, because we couldn't figure out we were so hammered we didn't remember where we were.
Well, my timing is never good. I mean, I got down to Indianapolis, and of course it wasn't during 500 weekend, so all I could do is take my picture at the sign outside, but I need to do the same thing at Daytona. I have to have my picture outside of Daytona Motor Speedway,
Yeah.
What can I say? Thanks, guys, for coming out. As always, you guys make it fun. Thanks everybody for watching. I know we had some streaming competition today. Big news out there again, Amber Heard. Jesus.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I got no interest in that. But you know what? Pops, all serious though, man. Thanks for having us on.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Guys, come on up and sign up for the launch list on the IGG. Come out and help us get to 5K. We're actually probably ordering books tomorrow, honestly, Pops, because I'm just going to get it in. Try and beat the production for the 4th of July. So see if we can get printed out before the 4th hits. And then that way we should be able, if we can get it ordered tomorrow, we should have books for Necroholic next week.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And then we just fulfill, baby. Just like that.
And if this works out where I'm going south at the end of the month, I'll definitely hit you up. We'll do something.
Yeah, because we'll get you. I'll sell you off a retailer box so that you can turn around and double your money up.
Cool.
Sound like a plan?
Oh yeah. I mean, I already have some Ed Gein's number ones. I have some Ed Gein number ones, yo.
You know what I have that will sell like crazy down in Savannah, though? What I have that will sell absolutely like wild? Let me show you something. Now, there are not many of these left because we only printed 700.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Virgin cover, Reign of Ages.
That's the Nick Capone Virgin variant right there. And his new Virgin variant, we don't have books to sell. You're going to get it from the artist, or I've got a couple of comps coming to me. But those books, those books, I think we're only printing 90 or 100. I have to look at the list from the add-ons and figure out what the count is. But it's somewhere around there. It's 90 or 100. But literally the smallest press run we've ever done. But yeah, man, I've got a few of these left. I'm going to try and move the rest of them the next con I go to, or I guess I might. I've got some of them set aside for the Reign of Ages Kickstarter campaign,
Right.
Because we're gonna offer. I think I'm gonna offer 20 of the ones I have left of the. I think I've got 40 or so left in total. Is all I got. If that, it's not much, and then we'll go ahead and get those on out of here.
Cool. Well, like I said, I'll be in touch as soon as I know for sure. I don't know. I don't know that what we're working on now is getting there. I know there's going to be a table, and I know there's going to be accommodations. The travel, that's going to be the issue. So,
Can I give one last plug, Pops?
Sure.
Guys, if you're doing any type of crowdfunding, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you something. Now that we can see this. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't get anything from saying this. Madeline is just someone I respect tremendously. I'm not paid to say this or anything. But I'm going to tell you, I was actually working on a book about Kickstarter and processes and stuff I use. And I discovered Madeline's book. I read Madeline's book, and I shelved my entire project because she covered everything I was covering and then some. And so whether you've had one campaign, 5 campaigns, 50 campaigns, whatever, get yourself this book because it's a great way to help go through your processes, make sure that you're really, really working smart and that you're executing well and that you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's. I'll tell you that I never thought about appearing on radio until I read this. And that's a difference, guys. That's a difference. You can do like a plug on radio. A lot of your local radio stations are more than happy to have you there. Talk. Well,
everybody looks at it like comics is visual. It's a visual.
But you can tell a story on the radio too, and that's something that you can't underestimate.
But some people are not as good as at describing their stuff as they are showing it.
Get the writer to do it.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Seriously, get the writer to do it. You know?
Get your writer to write your ad. Exactly. You definitely want. You never want to close out an opportunity, but a lot of people are going. It's a visual medium, man. Nobody on radio cares about it.
Radio, local TV,
the stories are what bring
podcasts,
people back.
Twitch streamers, YouTubers, all of them. Don't miss a beat, guys. Hit every step. Every day you should be appearing somewhere.
You have to remember also you're describing your story. Your story, if it's good, is what bring people back for book 2.
Mm-hmm.
That cliffhanger you leave them on or whatever. How good your story was dictates whether or not they're dipping in their wallet when number 2 comes around. If your story sucked, they're probably not, no matter who you got doing the art. I'm just saying. There's only been like 2 artists that I've backed books because it was their art on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Preston Acevedo was one of them. I backed 6 Gun Gorilla number 8 because Preston did the cover. Well, I also found out afterwards that he did all the interior art too, so super bonus, right? But then Brian turns around and sent me all 8 issues.
Oh, nice.
I backed number 8. He sent me all 8 issues so I could get totally caught up with the story and everything. Dude, there's so many good people out here, man. You guys, you just don't know. You gotta get out here and get to know some of these people, man. They're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Madeline, Christy, Alexia. There's so Max, freaking Max DeVille, man. There's so many cool people out here.
Mike Shea, don't forget, Raj Mohan, and don't forget, everybody. Larry, Tyler, Travis. Travis is tremendous. Just so many just absolutely fantastic people, I get along with pretty much everybody, so except the people I don't get along with, I just don't name them.
You see? I don't either. I try really hard to leave people behind. Sometimes they come out the woodwork and they hit you in the head again, but I get
along with everybody pretty much.
I try to leave people behind when they cross with me because I don't have time for that. I'm trying to promote books. I'm trying to promote people's books. If you don't want me to promote you, that's cool. I don't have to. But, that's
Books to make, guys.
It's got to be nice. I promote the shit out of what you got going on. That's how it's always been.
Well, I really look forward to the day when we see, folks who are coming up here and they're saying, yeah, we did 1,000 people on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and then we did, like 20,000 in the direct market, or 30,000 in the direct market, or 100,000 in the direct market, and that's just you can just take the task of just working for it until it's successful, guys. Just work on it until you succeed.
It is work. This guy calls 5 comic book stores a day.
Yep.
Tries to sell his book to comic book. 5 every day, guys. Every work day. That's 25 shops a week that he calls.
5 days a week. Yep.
25 a week that he calls to try and get his books in their stores. Does it work all the time? Hell no. But it works. You got to put in the work, guys.
I mean, there's some weeks when obviously I haven't gotten, or actually a couple of months when I haven't even gotten the shop in. But
But I know people that own shops that go to other shops to look and see what's up. Okay? So if your book is in shop A and the owner of shop B is going, I wonder what the competition doing today. I'm going to go talk to George over there at shop A. And he goes over there to shop A and he sees 47 Furious Tales or Outlaw Nights. And he's like, hey, man, yo, George, where'd you get these from?
Yep.
And then you're in another store. Guys all talk to each other.
Mm-hmm. Well, while Pop's frozen, I'm going to tell you, he's got a good point, because there's the last guy we added was because they walked into a shop in Florida that carries a lot of books for us. And they said, where'd you get this? Oh, we got that from Sam. And so I talked to them, and I shipped them 40 books on Tuesday.
See what I'm saying?
They got them yesterday.
Retailers network with each other too, you guys.
Hats off
to what
to
each other's doing. They pay attention to what each other's doing because they don't want to get one up by the guy down the road.
Yeah. So hats off to the guys at the collective for pointing the guy towards me.
Danny.
Actually, it wasn't Danny. Danny wasn't in the shop that day. It was one of the other guys.
I mean, all them guys, Danny, Brandon, everybody down there at the collective, they rock.
Yeah, I know. I got to package them up some books here pretty soon too. And let's not forget, got Keith Hewen at the box. I mean, he's tremendous for supporting indie books. Matt and Bob at Gotham Underground, Steve at Third Eye Comics, everyone at the Hive down in Texas. I'm forgetting so many people off the top of my head. I'm sorry, guys. That's why I have a list.
That's okay. That's
35 locations. Heroes Realm, all those guys. Just
now,
fantastic.
That was one thing. Heroenberg has a little graphic.
Yeah.
That he scrolled through with all the 200 stores that he's in. You need a little graphic, Sam. You need a little graphic for the bottom of your page. You can
definitely.
You can find our books in these locations. You know?
Yeah.
A little ad. You got to get me a Sinopa ad, bro. You got to get me a Sinopa ad.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I forgot. I'll try and. I've been making books and shipping books, man. It's like, I don't know if you can tell.
Phil. Just tell Phil you need a Sinopa ad.
I don't know if you can tell, but this is starting to dip down again.
Mm-hmm.
We got books in, we ship books out. We got books in, we ship books out. So
yeah, I love watching the ball rise and fall back there.
Yeah,
the rise and fall of Sinopa Publishing over and over again.
Actually, here's the weird part. This is all we have in stock right now. Like everything we have that was over on that side of the wall for like the RPG stuff. Everything that's left is right here. So I was talking with our printer at Mixum, and they're like, "How many books have you ordered from us?" I said, "I don't know." And he's like, "Have you ordered more than 10,000?" I'm like, "Let me think for a second." They're like, "Yeah, we've ordered 13,000 copies from you guys. We've printed 13,000." Well, I have a discount, but we've printed 13,000 copies through Mixum so far.
I want the bonus for that. I want the bonus for being an awesome return customer. What are you going to do for me next time when I come back, bro? What are you going to do when I come get 3,000 more books? What are you going to do for me?
They're probably going to shoot me in the leg at this point. I'm bugging them so much. But yeah, man, I mean, it's a lot of work, though. It is a lot of work. Don't think for a second it's not. It might be a lot of things, but easy isn't one of them.
And Sam does all this, and he's also a federal employee.
No, Commonwealth employee. I work for the state courts, and a single dad, taking care of my daughter by myself here. So do it all.
Make the time. Call 5 stores a day. Make the time.
Call 5 stores a day. It's important, and have digital copies that you can email to them. If they ask for a print copy, send them a print copy. What's it going to cost you? It's going to cost you postage and one of the copies you have on.
If they sell 50 copies of your book over the next year, what did it cost you?
Yeah. I mean, I realize that sounds far-fetched, but it's not. The Collective in their one location has sold over 150 copies of 47 Furious Tales issue 1 already, and that's just since 2019. It literally sold over 150 copies of that one issue. So, I mean, I'll ship them copies all day long, every day if they want.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pops, you're muted. Pops, you're muted.
I'm going to call it a day. I got stuff to do. I've been in this chair all freaking weekend. You guys know what's up.
I'm going to get back to work myself. I got one. Hold on a second. How much do I have to ship? I got to ship 15 copies of 47 Furious Tales issue 1, 15 copies of issue 2, split between 5 copies of each of the 3 variants, 15 copies of issue 3, all Alexia Veldhausen, 5 copies of The Reign of Ages J.P. Buzio, and 25 copies of The Reign of Ages Aisha Wilsonev. So
get to work, my friend. Get to work.
That'll take me a few minutes.
Yeah.
But that's why we have a big stack of bags and boards right next to my desk, so I can get them together.
Yeah, RJ had to drive 50 miles to go get bags and boards the other day. He was not happy.
Oh, God. He's not kidding, man. You've got, at this point, it's either ordering from Amazon or ordering straight from the factory, because that's the only places you're going to get them. Jeez, it's a pain.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah.
And I'm down to my last 2 boxes of Gemini mailers. So I'm telling you, I'm feeling it. I got to order another 6 cases.
I could bring you about 50.
Man, that's almost as valuable as baby food right now. So, I mean...
It's as valuable as a retailer bundle of 47.
For 50 of them? No, not quite. But you're getting there. I'll tell you what I do accept for retailer bundles, though, for real. Cash.
Really?
I know it's so out of style, but I like the cash, man.
That's kind of the only thing I deal in, man. I don't even like messing with PayPal and shit, but you have to.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll hook you up. We'll get you like you want a box of 50, box of 100, 200, 400.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be. I don't think it's that big of a show, but maybe 20, 25.
Okay. We'll call it 40. We'll hook you up with a 40 order.
Some are number 1, some are number 2, some are number 3.
Necroholics, The Reign of Ages. Yeah.
I don't know if you'll have. I don't know if you should sell necros. Let me sell necros until they've been fulfilled.
No, I mean I wouldn't make it available until they're fulfilled. But like I said, we should be fulfilling here in about 10, 12 days.
All right.
I'm literally looking at ordering books tomorrow.
As long as they're going out into people's hands before that, yeah.
Yeah, no one gets stuff before the backers do. That's a hard rule.
All right, Ben, I will see you again.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure to meet you, bro.
Absolutely.
Also, Ben also does a show, Sam. So it's a place to go out and be seen, my friend. So
cool. I'm just annoying all the time. I'll take you up on that. I'll be knocking on your door here in a few minutes.
Absolutely.
Hey, put me on.
You guys are both on Twitter?
Yep.
So
Nopa Publishing, right there.
Yeah. There you go. So you should have no problem finding each other. Do the hookup thing. Networking is what we're about. That's what we encourage. We want everybody doing better. Y'all have a great day. This show has been brought to you by 2 amazing sponsors, one of which I have to go into a different studio to find the stupid video. But yeah, hey, Committed Comics, you guys, you got to go check them out. They're awesome. Thomas Doherty, you guys know what I'm talking about. They got a new book called Freak Meter. Hatclub, great sponsors, yo.
There is another world. The world of darkness.
The world is rotten all around me. The stench and decay is present as these flesh eaters all surround me. Covered in blood just to blend in, that's my disguise. I'm trying to find my family, I'm suspecting that they might have died. It ain't so easy believing in peace. We killing zombies who deceased and now deep in the streets. I won't leave in defeat, but still it's hard to cope or find hope when all these evil creatures so eager to eat. Yeah, asylum seekers need to move faster. Everything was fine until they first attacked the newscaster. Body in shock, nothing but doom after. I've even seen them shot and then they move after. Total disaster like I'm on the track with Rich again. The Midwest was hit the hardest, millions dead in Michigan. This is the end times, homie, I will defend mine. Believe in one piece without leaving people behind. Mass panic, hit the stash into...
Yeah, look, yeah. Shout out to my man Tom Rapka. Yeah, everybody involved with making the comic. Look, Nick Natoli, yeah, death dwells, death dwells, death dwells, this is death dwells. Shout out Tom Rapka, baby, this is death dwells, death dwells, death dwells, this is death dwells.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, Afropocalypse.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we